Welcome back, Plinkers. I'm Fat Ninja, and this is Fat Ninja's Corner. Before I get started, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at MySpinOnSports. All right, let's get right into it. We're going to dive right in. The NFL Draft has been this week. The number one pick, the Cleveland Browns selected Baker Mayfield. Kind of shocked the nation and all of football fans across the country and the world. It was being rumored that Sam Darnold was going to be the unanimous number one pick by the Cleveland Browns. And then last minute, we all started to hear stuff coming down the pipe that Baker Mayfield would be selected number one. And sure as hell, the Cleveland Browns selected Baker Mayfield number one. I like Baker Mayfield. I'm not sure if I like Baker Mayfield as the number one overall pick. Seems really high. Obviously, the highest pick that you could possibly get. Obviously, John Dorsey is convinced that Baker Mayfield is the key. That going number two in the draft was Saquon Barkley to the New York Giants. Not a surprising pick there. A lot of people had predicted they get a running back that they have needed for years. For whatever reason, the Giants just never seem to have a good running back. Well, I think they have themselves one now. We'll find out. But I think Saquon Barkley is going to be the real deal. At number three, the New York Jets take Sam Darnold out of USC. I do not like Sam Darnold, but then again, I do not like USC. So I'm not sure if my dislike for Sam Darnold is because he went to USC or if I just don't like Sam Darnold. I know that he did have quite a few turnover problems in college, so we'll kind of see how that pans out, but I can guarantee you the Jets are happy with Sam Darnold. At number four, Cleveland shocked everybody again with not taking defensive end Bradley Chubb. They go with cornerback from Ohio State, Denzel Ward, which actually made the Broncos basically say no to a trade with the Buffalo Bills because they had a trade in place with Buffalo for Buffalo to move up to number 5. But when Cleveland took Denzel Ward, Denver said, no thanks, we're going to keep our number 5 pick. They hopped on Bradley Chubb extremely quick. Some are saying he is the most guaranteed player in the draft. And then at number 6, the Colts get much needed offensive line help to protect Andrew Luck, guard Quentin Nelson out of Notre Dame. I am extremely happy with that pick, being a Colts fan. They need to protect Luck. They have not protected Luck in the past few seasons. And man, oh man, do I think that this guy is going to be a huge, huge upgrade of that offensive line. And then I'll just go to number 10, since I'm a Cardinals fan as well. The Arizona Cardinals traded up from number 15 to number 10 with the Oakland Raiders. They did not mortgage a future. They only gave him an extra 3rd and a 5th rounder this season. I thought it was a really good move to go and acquire Josh Rosen out of UCLA. He was rated the number 2 quarterback in the draft. They got him at number 10. He was a 4th quarterback taken. Mayfield, Darnold, Allen all went before him. He is not too happy with that, and he did not shy away from letting people know that in his press conference with the Arizona Cardinals. 2 other quick little notes. Jason Witten, it sounds like Jason Witten is going to retire. He's going to hang up the cleats, and he's going to join the Monday Night Football crew, which is kind of surprising to me to not see that happening. I had heard no rumors about it. Obviously, we don't hear some of these things, and they just happen, but it seems a little odd. But in the last but not least, touching on the St. Louis Rams have traded wide receiver / running back Tavon Austin and 2 6th-round picks to the Dallas Cowboys for the 6th-round pick in this year's draft, where they drafted an offensive lineman. Shifting gears, we move over to the NHL, where obviously, and as I have said before, it is my favorite time of the year. And I just want to talk about the Vegas Golden Knights. This team is unbelievable. This team is fun to watch. This team is exciting to watch. This team plays hockey the hard way. It sounds cliche, but they really do. They fight for loose pucks in the corners. They forecheck. They backcheck. They play well in the neutral zone. They got great goaltending from Marc-Andre Fleury. I mean, this team is a complete package. The other night, they beat the San Jose Sharks 7-0. I mean, granted, they are in Las Vegas, and I do think that they have probably the best home ice advantage in the NHL playoffs, but this is unbelievable. This is an expansion team that is just pounding teams and continuing to move on. It's unbelievable. I seriously can't believe it. Obviously, other playoff series here in the second round, you get the Winnipeg Jets. They defeated the Predators. Didn't see that coming. I mean, it is only one game, but was kind of surprised that Winnipeg went ahead and beat the Predators. I have the Predators actually winning the whole thing, winning the Stanley Cup in the NHL bracket that I created. Not to toot my own horn a little bit, but I did get every pick of the first round right. Not that hard, in my opinion. I feel like a lot of people got the same thing. If you made picks, or if you have anything to say, or if you have a favorite team who is in the playoffs, feel free to comment below or tweet me at MySpinOnSports. I think that would be a lot of fun, and we can maybe get a little conversation going, NHL style. Crossing paths, we go on over to the NBA, where it is the first round of the playoffs. It still is the first round. It's unbelievable how long the first round of the NBA playoffs takes. It'll be about 2 weeks that they take. I guess the biggest thing that I've taken away from this NBA postseason is that the Indiana Pacers have pushed the Cleveland Cavaliers to a Game 7. All right, I like this Indiana Pacer ball club. I like Oladipo, Sabonis, Bogdanovich. I mean, they've got a really good team. I like Nate McMillan. I did not think that they would be able to push the Cleveland Cavaliers to 7 games and potentially win this series. What an accomplishment that would be to push LeBron out in the first round and for the Pacers to advance on. Do you want to see LeBron go down? Do you like LeBron? How do you feel about LeBron? Comment down below or follow me at MySpinOnSports on Twitter, and we can talk about that. Just some other quick notables. It looks like Raptors defeated the Wizards. Celtics and the Bucks have been pushed to a Game 7. Not really at all surprising. I know Boston is the number 2 seed, but they are missing Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward. And Milwaukee obviously has Giannis Antetokounmpo, and he is obviously the best player in the series. The 76ers defeated the Heat. They moved on. And then in the Western Conference, the Rockets, I believe, have moved on and defeated the Minnesota Timberwolves. I couldn't be certain on that. Golden State did take care of San Antonio. Portland swept out of the first round. They were the number 3 seed. They were swept out. That really did surprise me, that Portland was swept out of the playoffs. They have a really good ball club up there in Portland with Damian Lillard, C.J. McCollum, Jokic. I mean, it's unbelievable at the squad they had and that they were not able to do anything in the postseason. New Orleans just walked all over them. Anthony Davis looked like Oscar Robinson back in the 60s out there. And then the other kind of surprise, I feel, was Utah taking care of Oklahoma City. Utah looks good. They really do. That's along with that Indiana series, that's probably about the only other series that I actually got into and kind of watched. And that Donovan Mitchell, man, he's a special kid out of Louisville. I think he's really going to be something to make himself known in the NBA. Who else do you guys root for? Who have what has been surprising here in the postseason, if anything at all? Drop a comment down below. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite time of the week, Dum Dum of the Week, brought to you in part by Dum Dum Suckers. I have loved Dum Dum Suckers since I was a wee little lad, going to the bank with my aunt and uncle, with my mom, with my dad, with my grandparents. You know, they see a kid in the back seat. Oh, would you like some suckers? Absolutely, I would like some suckers. I just want to thank Dum Dum Suckers from the bottom of my heart for sponsoring this segment of the show. I love Dum Dum Suckers, and you should too. The Dum Dum of the Week goes to Tristan Thompson. He is engaged to Khloe Kardashian, the best-looking Kardashian, in my opinion. Even though I do think she should put back on some of that weight. She lost a lot of weight. I like my girls a little bit thick. Obviously, if you know me, that is the case. I think she looked better when she was a little thicker. But anyways, she is pregnant, or she was pregnant. She has obviously had the baby. He was caught with another woman, I believe with 2 women. Not a good look. Just not a good look. I mean, you're a public figure. You play for the Cleveland Cavaliers. She flew to Cleveland to have the baby so that you could be there. I mean, she really seemed to be sacrificing. And then she goes ahead and forgives him. It's all a grand scheme of the Kardashians. Kris is playing them like a puppet, using them like puppets, and just kind of making it and doing things how she wants. But once again, my Dum Dum of the Week, Tristan Thompson of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Switching gears, we head on over to Major League Baseball, where the first no-hitter of the 2018 season has happened. It was Sean Rye of the Oakland Athletics. He only threw 108 pitches, and it was against the best team in baseball, the Boston Red Sox. That was quite surprising that he was able to do it against such a great baseball team, and it was so odd that the Red Sox just could not seem to do anything against Sean Manaea. He's out of Indiana State. He's 4-2 with 103 this season so far. Really been pitching good for Oakland. Oakland seems to draft guys that they kind of develop, make it to the big leagues, and then they get really good, and then Oakland knows that they can't pay them, so they have to trade them away, and then they try to trade for guys who are young prospects. It's kind of an odd system, and that's really all that I kind of have for baseball. Other than the Arizona Diamondbacks, after today they have won their 9th straight series to start the season. I believe the major league record is 11. That was back in 1907. So, do you think the Arizona Diamondbacks will continue to win series, and will they break the record? I personally think that they do. They've got the Dodgers coming up again this week, and then they have the Houston Astros, so that'll probably be their toughest. You can never sleep on the Dodgers. I mean, they have not been playing good so far this season, but they are loaded. Kershaw is 1-4. He's got a sub-3 ERA. That does not make any sense whatsoever. It's hard to believe that is the case, but it is. Other than that, I mean, they really haven't been hitting. They've given Kershaw no run support, and they just seem to be, I don't know, maybe a World Series hangover maybe. I'm not quite sure, but then again, Houston doesn't have one either. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Fat Ninja. I can't thank you enough for watching. I appreciate every single one of you for watching. Go ahead and drop a like. Feel free to leave some comments. One last time, follow me on Twitter at MySpinOnSports. Give me a follow. We can have some conversations. Figure it out. Any kind of criticism or some advice on how you want me to do things, feel free to leave a comment below. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm Fat Ninja. We'll talk to you next time, folks.